Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So, I'm about to shift into a gear where producing content for this particular YouTube channel is my primary activity. And as part of that process, I do this process of state development. And it's basically developing my state, getting really clear about my purpose, my intention, and developing my state. So, um, as I speak my intention, I go into enacting it more fully. Um, and so, as part of that, I want to share a concept. And basically, it's an old concept that I got from my teacher from Karachi University, Khalid Jami Saab, about 3 or 4 years ago. And it's this idea that the hero of one order is the villain of another order, right? So say that again. The hero of one order is the villain of another order. So right now in the world, we have a secular, global geopolitical order, like a secular geopolitical order. The UN is an expression of that. Most of the 200 plus 200 to 300 nation states that we have all around the world are all um, they're all secular, if not in their political structure, but in their value set. The majority of people on the planet, the majority of nations, are secular in the way they look at the world, right? So we have a secular geopolitical order for the most part. Now, that is the majority of people, that is the prevailing order. Now, there's heroes of that order. So, a Nobel laureate is a hero of the secular geopolitical order. The president of the UN is a hero of the global secular geopolitical order. The president of a secular country is the hero of this geopolitical order. And it doesn't matter. So, like in America, like Donald Trump is a Republican and Barack Obama was a Democrat, but it doesn't matter whether a Republican is in office or a Democrat in his office. They have their own internal conflicts, but they are both heroes of the secular geopolitical order. Now, in order to be a hero, of a resistant order or of a counter order or of a different order of a non-secular geopolitical order, you have to by definition be a villain within the secular order. So for example, Barack Obama and Donald Trump are both villains in a narrative or in an order like Sharia. In Islam, Barack Obama and Donald Trump are both villains. And at this moment, I'm kind of taking a postmodern meta frame where they're both equivalent. I'm not picking a narrative. I'm just saying that from this narrative, this person is a villain, and from this villain, from this place, this person is a villain, right? Like Mullah Omar from the secular order, because he went to religious order, is a villain, but from the religious order, he's the hero and Donald Trump is the villain. So, and that is unavoidable, right? So if you have a really strong like set of convictions or something that you believe in, then you need to accept the fact that you're going to be a villain to those who are opposed to those values. And you kind of have to embrace it. So there is this way where you have to be kind of nihilistic, annihilative toward the opposite set of values, and then be very strongly convicted and affirmative of your own set of values. And so now to go into particulars, so I'm obviously opposed to a secular geopolitical order. That doesn't mean that my struggle has to be violent, right? It doesn't mean that your struggle to diminish pragmatic, secular geopolitical order doesn't have to be violent. It can diminish that order. There's ways like cryptocurrency is a way of diminishing, the nation state. It's a way of bulldozing the nation state. It's basically going to bleed the nation state dry. Cryptocurrency is, and it's a non-violent way of doing it. Um, and so, uh, you know, there are ways to go about enacting a new order, resisting the old order, or resisting the opposing order, and establishing your own order, which aren't violent, right? And so, actually, the word jihad, this is how we define it. Jihad is the struggle to establish new order, or to establish the divine order, or the theomorphic order, or the order of God, or the kingdom of God on earth, right? That is what jihad means, is the struggle to establish theomorphic order on earth, which is obviously opposed to secular order. And so basically, one of the primary overriding intention that I have for this channel is to document my life as a proactive struggle to overcome a pragmatic order, to diminish geopolitical, pragmatic, secular order, and to affirm moral order, to affirm just order, to affirm the kingdom of God, to affirm theomorphic order, as it is in the heavens, so it will be on the earth, right? To establish that theomorphic order on earth, that struggle is basically, I want to document that struggle of this particular Homo sapien on earth, who has a spirit inhabiting it, you know, devoted to my creator, devoted to God. I want to document the process of me struggling non-violently, but proactively and powerfully and effectively, to establish new order with my life, on earth. And so I'm not going to talk about how or what or where or whatnot, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about that idea of, you know, that idea that, in order to be the hero of your own order, you have to be the villain of the opposing order, and embracing that you're the villain to someone, kind of reveling in that you will be the villain to your own enemy, and that's okay. Just accepting that to be a hero, you will also be a villain in someone's eyes. And if you're a villain, it's likely that you're actually the hero of some other way of thinking or order or whatnot. And so just to share that idea. And again, this isn't my idea. This is an idea of Khalid Jami. He probably got it from somewhere too. But that's all I wanted to share with you. So I will talk to you soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.